Your thoughts are very real. Understand and understand that all is light. Your thoughts are that which are not physical because you cannot see or feel them with your flesh in a source of light. But that does not mean that they are not a source of light. They are a source of light not manifested yet on this plane. And that being said, your third eye is a non-physical source that is still very real, for it is manifested through the pineal gland, which is a physical thing. And perception is all that you have. When you change your perception, you can begin to see the world for what it really is. When I hold up my crystal ball, you believe that this is a sphere. You believe that because your eyes can see the light bending around it. So you believe that what you are seeing is 3D. From where you are, no matter what you believe or think you see, all you know is that this is a circle, not a 3D sphere. As all you perceive is your own single view. So when I hold up this book, you believe that what you see is a rectangular prism, because you can see the width, the depth, and the thickness of the book. But when you switch your perception, you realize that what you're truly seeing is a series of non-right angle rectangles, like parallelograms or like a rhombus, because your eyes cannot perceive all the sides at once. And if they could, and they suddenly changed in a split second, you would probably undergo sensory overload. So moving into the 4D realm, you understand that it's moving into a 3D perception, being able to see and perceive all realms at one time, beginning to see within as well as without, beginning to see sources of light which have not yet manifested into the physical. There are many places to go when we're just children, just babies in the overall experience, and we have to earn the things that we choose to have. If you believe that the government controls your every action, then they do. The only way something can have power over you is if you allow it to be that way, which is ignorance, which is choosing to ignore the knowledge, because knowledge is power. And the only way that something can have that power over you is by giving your power to it. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Turn your attention inside to heal yourself, because you are the only person that can heal you. If you know that you are healing, then there's nothing left to happen other than to heal. But if you believe that everywhere you're going, something is harming you, then that is what your experience is going to manifest. You have nobody to thank or nobody to blame except for yourself. And everything is quickest in a straight line. There are no shortcuts around a straight path. When you try to take shortcuts, you cut yourself short, as experience is the only key. You must follow the steps back to where you came from in such a fashion that you are still moving straight ahead. Many people are narrowly focused and do not allow themselves to perceive the whole picture. When you stop and listen, you hear many sounds that you were originally overlooking, which when you move into a sound, you realize that what seems as though it is one smooth sound is actually made up of millions of different crackling pitches and frequencies, and then all played at such a fast rate that you can perceive it as one smooth sound. Realize that you exist in all areas of the multiverse. You are everywhere at the same time. The past and the future are all existing simultaneously with you right now. But you are only allowing yourself to perceive through this now moment, through this space. Take an MP3 for example. The whole song is still in existence, even though you only perceive it through the now. Even though you are in the middle of the song, that does not mean that the beginning was erased and that the ending does not exist. It means that you were experiencing the song through a narrow passageway. Because that is what you have been trained to do. Trained to stay where you are, to be stagnant. Trained to reincarnate 1 billion fucking times because the 3D shit was just so damn good. Trained to believe that when you are eating food, it tastes good or bad. Trained to believe that music has to be a variety of notes, when true healing begins by spending time tuning yourself to one note at a time. Trained to have mindlessly chased after that which has not any value. You believe that by paying money you can receive electricity because the money goes to some electrical fairy who then allows your house to have electricity because you gave them paper money that is virtually worthless, costing the same amount to print the 1 as it does to print the 5, as it does to print the 20, the 50, or the 100. Money is not backed by gold. It is just a number with no meaning or value. The only value that it has is the value that people put behind it, because nothing has power unless you give it power. You'll find that even the richest people who try to make a change cannot do so with their money, for it is only a means through which they control the masses. No amount of money can save the people because the aim of the money is to keep you struggling. Money cannot actually solve anything, as it is just a fictitious number. It is just something that we made up. It is a third party that is completely unnecessary. When you think that you're turning off your lights to preserve energy or to conserve energy, all that you are doing is turning off your lights to preserve or conserve your money that it costs to pay for you to have that electricity. But I assure you that without money, the electricity still exists. When you're busy chasing after these things, your life will pass you by, and you realize that you never gave yourself time to do anything useful. You never even stopped to listen to life's music. You were so busy running around like a fucking chicken with its head cut off to even realize that the whole point to this journey is the journey itself, and that you were supposed to dance slowly to the finish line. And instead, you ran.